Remember when Christmas in America meant aluminum trees, tinsel everywhere, and Bing Crosby on every radio? When you circled toys in the Sears catalog weeks in advance, hoping Santa might bring just one? When neighborhoods glowed with colored bulbs and every kid on the block built snowmen until their gloves froze solid? Christmas in 1960s America wasn't about iPads or online wish lists. It was about wonder, patience, and family. Every December, magic filled the air, not because of how much you got, but because of how much it meant. Today, we're stepping back in time to relive 12 simple things every American kid did at Christmas in the 60s, traditions that made the season truly special, and that have quietly vanished forever. Before Amazon, there was the Sears Wish Book, the holy grail of Christmas dreams. Every fall, kids sprawled across the living room floor, flipping through its glossy pages, filled with Lionel trains, Barbie dream houses, and BB guns. You circled favorites, dog-eared pages, and made careful lists, hoping Santa, or your parents, noticed. You didn't expect everything, but that was part of the fun. Half the magic was imagining what might be under the tree. That thick catalog wasn't just paper. It was childhood wonder in print, a doorway to pure imagination. There was no streaming, no rewinds. You had one shot a year to watch your favorite Christmas specials. Families planned their nights around A Charlie Brown Christmas, Rudolph, and Frosty. Dinner ended early, pajamas were on, and popcorn bowls were ready. The living room went quiet as the static hum faded into music. Miss it, and you waited another year. Parents watched too, smiling at the same scenes they grew up with. When the credits rolled, you knew it. The Christmas season had officially begun. Before malls ruled, the local department store was the heart of Christmas magic. Macy's, Woolworths, and J.C. Penney transformed into glittering wonderlands. You'd wear your best clothes, cheeks flushed from the cold, and stand in line surrounded by toy displays and the smell of roasted nuts. When it was your turn, your heart raced as you climbed onto Santa's lap. You whispered your wishes, eyes wide with awe. A quick photo, a candy cane, and you walked away feeling like you had met magic itself. Back then, it didn't just look real. It felt real. Before store-bought ornaments filled shelves, families made their own. Popcorn and cranberry garlands were a holiday staple. Kids sat at the kitchen table with bowls of popcorn, bright berries, and a needle and thread. It was messy and slow, but filled with laughter. Each strand wrapped around the tree became a handmade memory. When the lights twinkled against those garlands, it felt personal, proud, and perfectly imperfect. Today's plastic ornaments can't match that homemade warmth. Back then, every uneven strand told a story. In the 1960s, the future stood right in your living room. A silver aluminum Christmas tree shimmering under a color wheel. Blue, red, green, and yellow light rotated slowly, turning the tree into something out of the Jetsons. No pine scent, no needles to sweep, just modern perfection. Kids sat mesmerized as the colors shifted, parents proud of their space-age tree. It was sleek, new, and full of optimism, a shining symbol of post-war America's bright future. Today, those trees are retro relics, but once they were pure mid-century Christmas magic. For kids in snowy towns, Christmas break meant sledding from dawn to dusk. You'd bundle up in too many layers, drag your metal runner sled to the nearest hill, and fly down until your nose turned red and your fingers froze. You crashed, laughed, and did it again. Time didn't matter, only the thrill. When you finally trudged home, snow dripping off your boots, hot cocoa waited by the fire. No phones, no distractions. Just pure, wild joy. It wasn't just playtime. It was freedom in its purest form. Every Christmas Eve, kids prepared Santa's snack with care. A plate of cookies, a glass of milk, and in some homes, a couple of cigarettes for the long night ahead. It sounds strange now, but in the 60s, it was thoughtful. Santa needed a smoke break too. Parents smiled, playing along. And by morning, the cookies were gone, milk half empty, and the cigarettes used. Proof Santa had come. That simple ritual filled the room with awe. Back then, belief wasn't part of the fun. It was the fun. There was something sacred about Christmas morning before the chaos began. The tree glowed softly, bacon sizzled in the kitchen, and kids sat cross-legged in brand-new flannel pajamas, eyes glued to the TV. Whether it was cartoons or the Christmas parade, the house filled with soft laughter and the smell of coffee and pancakes. You'd sip hot chocolate, half asleep but full of wonder, waiting for the moment you could open presents. Outside, the world was still and frosty. Inside, everything felt warm and perfect. That quiet, magical pause before the noise of the day, that was the heart of Christmas morning. Before caroling disappeared, it was one of the pure joys of the season. Kids bundled up in scarves and mittens, going door to door under glowing porch lights, singing Silent Night and Jingle Bells. Neighbors smiled, dropped a few coins or cookies into mittened hands, and sometimes joined in. Families exchanged fruitcakes, fudge, and sweetbreads wrapped in ribbons. The smell of cinnamon and laughter filled the neighborhood. It wasn't about gifts or perfection. It was about connection. Voices echoing through the cold night, hearts warm with community. That's a kind of Christmas spirit money can't buy. In the 60s, Christmas gifts weren't piles. They were prized treasures. You might get just one toy that mattered most: a shiny bike, a Barbie dream house, or a Lionel train set. Kids dreamed about that one gift for months, circling it in the Sears catalog and praying Santa would deliver. When you finally unwrapped it, your heart nearly burst. You played with it endlessly, and when it broke, you tried to fix it. That toy wasn't just fun, it was freedom, pride, and pure joy in one package. Back then, one gift was enough to make your whole year. Watching the Macy's parade and the Christmas Day football game. Thanksgiving might have kicked off the holiday season, but Christmas Day was the true spectacle. The Macy's parade from New York City wasn't just for New Yorkers. It was for the whole country. Giant helium balloons of Snoopy, Mickey Mouse, and Frosty drifted across black and white TVs, filling living rooms with wonder. Marching bands blared, floats sparkled, and at the very end, Santa arrived, waving as if directly to you. Later in the day, it was time for football. Dad settled into his recliner with leftover turkey sandwiches and a cold drink, the TV flickering with the Christmas Day NFL game. Kids played with their new toys at his feet, and Mom quietly slipped another piece of pie from the kitchen. The house was full of noise, warmth, and the scent of pine. Those were the moments when everything felt complete, when America, in all its simplicity, seemed to pause and just be. Family road trips and cross-country visits. After the wrapping paper settled and the leftovers were packed away, it was time for the great holiday pilgrimage. Families loaded station wagons with gifts, blankets, and kids squeezed shoulder to shoulder in the back seat. The heater rattled, the windows fogged, and the radio softly played White Christmas. You'd watch the snow-covered world slide by. glowing houses, twinkling lights, the occasional gas station Santa. Sometimes the journey was long, hours or even days to visit grandparents or cousins in another state. There were no tablets, no GPS, no distractions, just conversation, car games, and the occasional "Are we there yet?" shouted from the back. Arriving felt like an event. You'd be greeted with hugs, smells of cooking, and cousins waiting to compare toys. Those road trips weren't just travel, they were memory factories. Every mile brought families closer. Literally and emotionally, it was togetherness in motion, and that, more than any gift, was the heart of Christmas. Christmas in the 60s wasn't about abundance, it was about belonging. Every gift felt earned, every laugh was shared, and the warmth of family stayed long after the lights went out. Modern holidays might shine brighter, but those simple Christmases glowed deeper, from the heart. What's your favorite Christmas memory? Share it in the comments. We love hearing your stories and read every single one of them. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us for more nostalgic stories every week. After the wrapping paper settled and the leftovers were packed away, it was time for the great holiday pilgrimage. Families loaded station wagons with gifts, blankets, and kids squeezed shoulder to shoulder in the back seat. The heater rattled, the windows fogged, and the radio softly played White Christmas. You'd watch the snow-covered world slide by, glowing houses, twinkling lights, the occasional gas station Santa. Sometimes the journey was long, hours or even days to visit grandparents or cousins in another state. There were no tablets, no GPS, no distractions, just conversation, car games, and the occasional "Are we there yet?" shouted from the back. Arriving felt like an event. You'd be greeted with hugs, smells of cooking,